Sammy and the Secret to Growing Tall. Sammy was not an ordinary boy, he was a genius. He loved solving puzzles, building inventions, and asking big questions. But there was one thing that bothered him. Sami was the shortest boy in his class. One day, while standing in front of the mirror, he said to himself, "There must be a smart way to get taller, I just have to find it." Sami grabbed his notebook, his colorful pens, and his science glasses. He wrote at the top of the page, "How to grow taller, genius plan." He searched books, watched videos, and even measured himself every morning. First, he tried eating only carrots for a whole day. Result, no change. Then he hung from his bunk bed like a monkey. Result, his arms got tired, but still no change. He even tried sleeping while stretching his legs with books. Result, the books fell on his toes. Sami sighed. There has to be something I'm missing. The next day at school, he went to the library. He sat between tall shelves full of books and whispered to himself, "If I can understand rockets and robots, I can understand height." He opened a big book about the human body and started reading carefully. Suddenly, his eyes lit up. The page said, "Children grow best when they sleep well, eat well, and move their bodies, especially through sports." Sami jumped up from his chair. "Sports, that's it. Exercise helps the bones grow strong and long." That evening, he made a new list. Sleep early, drink milk, and eat healthy food. Do sports every day. The next morning, Sami surprised his parents. "I want to join a sport, maybe basketball or swimming or even jumping rope." His dad smiled. "I think that's a fantastic idea." Sami starts moving around. Sami began with simple stretching in the morning. Then he ran around the park in the afternoon. On weekends, he joined a kids' basketball class. He laughed, jumped, played, and made new friends. He wasn't thinking about height anymore, he was having fun. After a few months, his teacher lined up the class by height. Sami looked around and gasped he wasn't the shortest anymore. His friend Amir said, "Wow, Sami, you look taller." Sami grinned. "That's because geniuses don't just think, they move." From that day on, Sami still loved science, inventions, and experiments, but he also loved running, stretching, and playing. He learned that growing tall wasn't about magic or tricks. It was about taking care of his body with exercise, food, and sleep. And whenever someone asked him his secret, he'd wink and say, "The smartest plan is to get moving."